For
the
me, what
reactions
really
or the
changed was,
reactivity to a
I
minimum.
was always on the kind of defensive, and I was trying to control what was happening on the other side, which I had no control over. But that was really eating at me. And hearing, I'd hear these subtle comments here and there. For example, if my daughter were to call her mom, the first thing out of her mouth would be, "What's wrong?" "Hi, honey, how are you?" or whatever. It was always "What's wrong?" insinuating that something is wrong with the call, right? So that used to just bug me. And it was a real power struggle to kind of the whole situation was a bit of a power struggle when it came to doing certain things with our daughter and co-parenting. So yeah, I think what changed for me was when I let go of trying to control things and trying to control how she responded, which has nothing to do with me. All I can control is how I respond to it. And like you said, um, responding in a way that's caring and not, you're not trying to put any negativity on the other parent is huge. It's huge for the child. So I think that was a big shift is when, the number one thing I would tell men is stop trying to control the narrative from the other side. Just stop. Just worry about what you're doing and how you're showing up for your child.
Exactly. If you believed that you took your child to a place that there was no kids there and you weren't feeding them proper meals, and that's what you were hearing from the other side, the only thing that you can control is your thoughts about what you did that day with your child, and that you can do better the next time if you believe you have to. I actually remembered a great story about dad's days when I was married, and I went on a trip with my three best girlfriends from college, and we were all pregnant, but one was pregnant with their first, one was pregnant with their second, which was me. And then we had one was pregnant with their third, and one was pregnant with the fourth. Pregnant with the first one obviously didn't have any comments back because they didn't have any kids at home. I wrote a 5 million-page essay on what to do with the kid that's at home to my husband at the time, like what to eat, what to sleep, how to wear, every single little direction possible was in my document. Number three was smart. Number three was like, all right, I've got two kids, I've got one on the way, my husband needs support. So she actually hired a babysitter, to the
Wow.
babysitter that they normally have, who knows what to do with the kids, to shadow the dad, to just be there for him when he needed it. And they weren't there to micromanage him, just when he needed support, because he didn't really know that babysitter was there to support them. And then number four literally packed her bag, walked out the door, and was like, these kids are going to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all weekend and be happy as freaking clams. They are going to throw their clothes on the floor. They are going to be all so happy. When I get back, they are not going to be happy to see me. So again, I don't think it just divorced versus like not divorced. I think in general, you know, depending on the roles you play every day in your
Yeah.
lives,
Yeah. You
women
do that a
tend
little bit.
to
You're right.
judge, men, their capacity, right? Even if you were married and you took your daughter out to the park and you would come
True.
home,
True. Very
your
true.
wife at the time
Very
be
true.
like, "What'd you
And
feed her?"
you get so differently when you're divorced, right?
I don't even know if it's I think there's always a negative gatekeeper in your house, most likely. I'm making crazy assumptions here, and I'm not trying to stereotype whatsoever. But then again, I'm a mom, and I know, like, I micromanage too, especially the eating and the playing and things like that. So, I think it's all our mindset on how we decide to interpret what's happening. Is this
That's
happening
very
because of the
true. Very good
divorce,
points
or is this
for
just
sure.
happening because it has always happened?